Roy Leep's weather broadcast carries the seal of approval of the American Meteorological Society.
Tampa's temperature today, 83 degrees, within 1 degree of equaling the record. And MacDill Air Force Base reached 84 degrees. And as we pointed out, there were a few sprinkles and showers around, and the clouds continue to increase, as does the humidity. In our satellite pictures, you can see it's kind of a detached area of clouds right down over Florida. Then there's a break, and then another large mass of clouds that we were looking at earlier up here over the southeastern states. Now, those clouds are associated with an approaching cold front. These have developed out of the warm, moist tropical air which has been circulating up into the state. In fact, you can watch during the morning hours, look at the clouds continuing to come up from the Florida Straits, adding moisture, and then you can see the showers developing, these bright areas of clouds that develop out here over the Loop Current, and then the closer ones to the west coast of Florida. Rain is still in progress now across parts of west central Florida, and it looks as though it'll be off and on with really a few showers in the forecast picture probably right on through Saturday. But we're not looking for any real big heavy amounts of rain, nor will the rain be too widespread, and we can use a little moisture here and there. On a wider view, you can see the extensive area of clouds extends on over into Texas, and you can watch the cold front as a little narrow line of clouds move southeastward into the Gulf of Mexico. Put the winds over all of this, mostly southeast and easterly winds over the Florida area. Then the front has a little low pressure trough along its line where the winds break and then shift to the northwest behind the frontal zone. Now, that cold front is not a very strong one, but it looks as though it will be playing a role in our weekend weather, probably drifting on down the state sometime on Sunday and just dropping the temperatures more or less back to normal, or maybe even slightly above normal. No real big push of cold air headed our way. Now, here's the way the temperatures looked around our area today. Look at this. Sarasota, Bradenton up to 87 degrees. Now, that's got to be the warmest that we've seen anywhere in the nation today. 46 for Inverness this morning was the cool spot, but the average was 56 to 80, and that certainly looks more like late March than it does early January. Current readings around the state continue very mild everywhere. 68 at Jacksonville, 69 at Tallahassee, cooler 60s over in the Panhandle, clouds and rain underway there, and even a few thunderstorms around Pensacola. 74 at Orlando, 72 Melbourne, Vero Beach 73, still up at 76 at West Palm and Key West, but a 77 at Fort Myers, 75 Sarasota, Bradenton, 71 St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and Tampa International reports a 73. And a look at Sky Tower radar this evening, an increasing area of rain, and this has increased significantly all day long, continues to grow, and it stretches from near Daytona Beach over to just south of Cross City, just south of Cedar Key, really. And some heavier amounts are onshore and then extend out to the west of the Tampa Bay area, about 150 miles or so. The area itself doesn't seem to be moving, while the individual areas of rain seem to be moving off to the northeast at about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So a few sprinkles or a few light showers through the nighttime hours, and maybe some around again tomorrow and on Saturday. On the national weather scene, trough of low pressure in the west continues to give mostly a southwesterly and westerly flow of air across the southern states. So no big pushes of cold air foreseen for the next 3 or 4 or 5 days moving into the southeast. High pressure continues nearby. And the surface map shows a cold front extending out of the eastern Great Lakes southward, following that cool Pacific air, but nothing real bitter. All the bitter air lies to the north of this Canadian front, which is draped across the northern states. And the forecast map for this time tomorrow doesn't show that front moving very far south, while most of the action continues with the rain confined mainly to the Gulf Coast and the southeastern states, and we'll be on the warm side of that front. I look at our satellite review this evening, and you can see all the clouds, moisture coming in from the Pacific, circulating up the cloud, up the frontal band, and then the little area of detached cloudiness. This right here, that's a swath of snow that was put on the ground by that winter storm during the last 24 hours from New Mexico all the way up into the Great Lakes. Temperatures around the country tonight, 23 at Minneapolis, only 1 above up there at International Falls, 47 at New York, 57 at Atlanta. Currently at our Tampa studios, under cloudy skies, 74, 72 at the St. Petersburg Bayfront, humidity 81%, and the barometer rising 30 and 1/1500 inches. The wind, north-northwest at 4, Baywater is 61, the Gulf 59. Few showers tonight, 63. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a few showers, 82. Saturday, little change, 82 again. The weekend, maybe just slightly cooler for the beginning of next week, but temperature's still way up above normal.
Kind of nice to be the envy of the entire nation,
isn't it, though?
Yes.
You know, thumb your nose at those snows.
Don't gloat. Now, that's not nice. Roy, thanks.